Hey, I'm Coach Rasley, and I got next.
SLT Nation, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, where we comb the globe and we find you phenomenal stories of amazing human beings doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And the series just won't stop. I promise you guys, I didn't know that we were going to be able to keep dropping them back to back to back. When you got a show that's electric like this one, you just keep finding these gems. And this time, Kev, we actually, is this going to be considered Rasley 2.0? Can we say that this is Rasley times 2, my friend?
Yes, sir. But Renee brought it, so we're gonna see what the other one can do.
Ooh, sibling rivalry. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we got Rachelle Rasley in the building, sister of Renee Rasley. So the coaching that just falls in the family. Is that what it is, Coach Rasley?
Yeah, you could say that. Definitely amongst the sisters in the family. I know she already kind of threw it out there, but I will say the little sister's the best one.
Here we go. Well, my name is the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana live in the flesh. I'm rocking here alongside of my colleague, my partner, my brother, the head coach, KT. Kev, you ready to do this, man?
I'm ready. No, B. Jones, are you ready to do this? Because this is what I want to do. I want to Rasley's versus Sports Life Talk on the
what's up? Tag team matchup. Hey, Kev, we are in serious trouble.
Yeah, because of you. I'm gonna hold my own. But
with that being said, that's to be left to the fans to decide. But check this out: if you are rocking with us for the first time, we want to say gracias. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. It means a lot to Kev and I. Your support goes a tremendously long way in order for us to accomplish our dreams. As we got next, just like that. YouTube is saying that hey, you gotta have 1,000 subscribers. So now all we ask is a small favor from you guys out there rocking with us, and that is on the count of 3. We hold hands, we sing Kumbaya, and we smash that subscribe button. That is it. One small thing can go a long way. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Now I know that kind of felt good. I know it felt good for me too, especially when I heard all the dings coming through my headset. And with that being said, now you got first class tickets to all of the amazing episodes we got today, as well as the ones down the road. So without further ado, Rachelle Rasley, teacher, athletic director, fitness guru, Dayone Family. You all over the place. You're doing amazing things. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you guys for having me on.
I see you got the Adidas in the background. They must have a little bit of something in this show. Are you sponsored by Adidas or?
No, but we're hoping to get sponsored by somebody soon. Hey. So hey, you never know.
Hey, that's how you manifest it. That's how you manifest it right there. All right, Rachelle. Before we turn the mic over to you, you allow us to tell your story. We got to take you through what we call the Sports Life Talk initiation. And since Kev has been over there talking all that stuff about how he handled it, how he ready, so I'm gonna let him do the initiations. All right.
B. Jones,
sounds good.
You know what? I thought you was my brother. You gonna go to war with me regardless.
I'm riding with you. I'm 10 toes down, man. That's how. Hey, I'm from Louisiana. I don't know no other way but to ride with you. Even if I do feel like I'm Joe versus the volcano right now.
Hey, we can at least get 6 points against the Rasleys. All right, Coach. So to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 hip hop artists.
I would say Drake, because that's like my number one workout artist. Drake, Nipsey, Chris Brown, Lil Baby, and last one's a tough one. Trey Songz. I always love his songs.
Hey, there's nobody hotter than Lil Baby right now. I hate to say it. Now he on the Space Jam 2 soundtrack with Kurt Franklin. I don't think anybody can touch Lil Baby right now in the game. And trust me, Drake is that guy. But if you know, it's kind of like who's number one right now? It's got to be Lil Baby. That dude just doing it.
I agree.
Kevin, you got a face of disagreement.
He'll never be over Drake. All right, Coach. So give us your favorite sports teams.
Kansas City Chiefs, of course. That's where I was born, so I'm Chiefs, ride or die.
Yeah, I saw her in that jersey on her IG, and I felt that. I don't know. I felt something like that was going to be said on the show today.
Come on now, we're going to win it next year. We had a little rough time this year, but we got it next year.
You think y'all can protect Patrick Mahomes? I mean,
yeah,
he ran for his life last January or last February.
That's we had 3 offensive linemen out, so that makes a big difference.
Now I'm quasi. I root for the Chiefs. They got a lot of LSU players on their team. So,
God, can we have a show without mentioning LSU? Okay, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Superhero, I would say Spider-Man, just because I felt like he could jump everywhere he wanted, and that was always something I wish I could do growing up. I used to tell everyone I was going to dunk by my senior year, and that didn't quite happen. But I don't know. I just like Spider-Man. He's always trying to help everybody. All
right, Spider-Man. Since every superhero needs their own theme song, what would your theme music be?
I would say "What's Next" by Drake, just because that's kind of my mentality with everything. Once I complete something, I'm always figuring out, what's next, what can I do next, to either elevate what I'm doing, what my students are doing, what my players are doing. So that's probably would be my theme song.
Well, B. Jones, Spider-Man, what? Gwen Stacy, that's the other one, right? I think Gwen, she is like Spider-Woman or something like that. So Gwen, welcome to the SLT family. B. Jones, take it away.
Kevin, I'm super impressed by your ability to memorize all these superheroes, dog. I mean, you be knowing the female versions and everything, man.
I didn't even know that.
I'll tell you this.
No, I didn't either. Yeah. I didn't either, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you this. Growing up, one of my boys, we was like, we can't wait until they make live action movies. Look at it now.
Hey, yeah, you just dated yourself. All right, so with that. All right, so Coach, now word on the street is now you can hoop. You played a little collegiate basketball, am I right?
Yes, that's correct. I first played at University of North Florida here in Jacksonville, and then I transferred and played my junior and senior year at Lander University in Greenwood, South Carolina.
Now, Kev told me you about 5'11"-ish.
Yep.
So you kind of tall. What position did you play?
I was mainly a shooting guard, but because of my height and my strength, I was able to play a little bit of small forward.
Okay. Now we mentioned it early in the show. You got your sibling Renee. She's a hooper. Now tell us a little bit about growing up in a family of sports fans like that. Did you guys go against each other every day? Was it competitive, or did you guys just kind of more or less support one another? Or how did y'all push each other to be great?
It was 100% competitive all the time. Renee was more of a point guard, and she was a lot smaller than me. So she pushed me a lot. She frustrated me a lot. There was plenty of times that the local YMCA, our one-on-ones turned into fist fights, but yeah, she pushed me. She always told me I could be better. She always made me run more than I wanted to run. But it was nice having somebody that was older than me and already on her way to college ball to kind of lead the way.
Yeah. Now, do you guys have any other siblings, or is it just you two?
I have an older brother, Ryan. His name's Ryan. He played at 𝐥𝐤 College and then 1 year at University of Iowa. So he was a basketball player too.
Okay.
So it kind of runs in the family.
So it wasn't nothing but sneakers at y'all house. It was y'all getting it in. Y'all getting it in all the time. Did y'all have a hoop in y'all yard, or did y'all have to go down to the rec center or to the local neighborhood court to play?
A little bit of both. We had a hoop in our driveway that we would shoot on. But we played a lot at the YMCA or the local parks and just pick up against everybody.
It didn't get real till you got down to the park, huh? Yeah, that's when you knew it was going down, when you got down to the park.
No blood, no foul.
No blood, no foul. Now, where'd you guys y'all grew up in Jacksonville, or where'd you guys grow up?
So we kind of moved around a lot. We lived with my mom in Arizona when we were younger. And then we moved up to Iowa City, Iowa, with my grandparents. And that's when my brother and sister graduated and went to college. And then I finished school in Virginia when we moved for my stepmom's mom. So we moved around a lot for family.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that, y'all played and was very competitive. Were there any other sports? Did you try gymnastics, or did you do track, or any other sports? Or was it just, hey, we hooping. That's what we do.
Well, me personally, volleyball was actually my main sport. I had
there you go.
Actually more volleyball scholarships initially than I did for basketball. That was just a sport I latched onto before basketball, just because my brother and sisters played basketball. So I was like, I'm gonna be different. So I didn't really actually pick up basketball until I got to high school.
And so what was the decision? How did you know that, hey, I want to pursue, I'm talented at all of the other different things, but I want to pursue basketball as my one true love?
Well, with basketball, I actually picked it up because my mother passed away my freshman year of high school, and we didn't grow up with a lot of money. My parents, they made sure we didn't need for anything, but if I wanted to play any type of club sport, we had to pay for it ourselves, and club volleyball is ridiculously expensive. So when my mom passed, it was during the volleyball season, then it was over. I was like, well, what am I going to do now? And I was like, well, let me, I need something to take my time up. So I was like, let me pick up basketball. I was like, I'm good at every sport I played. And basketball, I actually sucked at. I was terrible. My freshman year, I played in what they called the fifth quarter, which probably never heard of, but that's where all the girls on the team that don't get playing time get to play. So, and it kind of frustrated me that I wasn't naturally good at basketball, so I didn't understand it. So I ended up just spending hours and hours on end practicing it, and I just came to love it because I wasn't naturally good at it like my other sports. So I appreciated the grind so much more than I did in my other sports. And I was like, this is the one I'm going to do in college, because everyone told me, like, yeah, right, you can't play D1 basketball. And I did.
You sure did. And Atlanta's, y'all actually made it to the tournament, right? Y'all went to the Elite Eight. So that was a special season. Tell us a little bit about that ride. I know that must have been crazy. Winning 4 games in the tournament.
Yeah, we actually started the year 2-2. So everyone kind of counted us out at the beginning because we lost Shannon McKeever. The previous year was National Player of the Year on our team. So everyone's like, yeah, they're not going to do much. We were a small team. I was probably the tallest on the team that year. So like, yeah, they don't really have a real post player if their shooting guard is their tallest person. But I mean, we just pressed the crap out of everybody. We were running and gunning, transition threes. We had the best shooter on the nation on our team that year, 𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐬. So we went on a roll, and we won out in the tournament, went to the NCAA tournament, San Antonio, and we lost in the Elite Eight game to Rollins College. It was just one of those games where we couldn't buy a bucket. I think we shot like 18%.
Dang,
yeah,
that's atrocious.
Yeah. It was a rough game, but it was a fun ride, just because I think that's what my journey on is. Everyone always told me I couldn't, so that's why that year was so special to us, because everyone was like, nah, they can't, there's no way, and we did.
Now, it's funny that you said that, because those of you who now ran to your IG or your Google and search for Rachelle Rasley, you're probably seeing that this young lady is a fitness instructor. So you hear her say something like, we pressed and we stayed active. You're the hardest working woman in the game. Now, is that where you get this high level of gym rat type mentality of always working and fixing something and just staying in the gym, working on your body? Does that come from just having that energy from playing in collegiate basketball?
It comes from that, and it comes from my dad too. My dad is a construction worker, and so he always told me my whole life that you gotta take it. Nobody's gonna give you anything. And while I was at UNF, that was actually a question my coach asked me. She's like, when you leave UNF, what do you want to be remembered for? And I always think records can be broken. So I said, I always want to be known as the hardest worker that was in the gym. And so that's kind of something I try to instill in my kids now. But yeah, just that hard work from my family growing up, blue collar family, working hard and physical jobs. That just kind of led me to my passion and my drive in what I do now.
All right, so you kind of versatile. You're doing a lot. You got your hands in a lot. Now, being a fitness instructor, I know you got a lot of people that follow you, but and playing Division I basketball and having the pedigree, you could have went anywhere. You could have coached at any level. You could have probably been on the assistant coach in college basketball, but you chose to work with middle school kids at Landmark Middle School. Go Seahawks. So tell us a little bit about why you made the determination to work with that age group. We're talking about, that 11 to 13-year-old young adults.
So I actually started at the collegiate level, and then I worked my way down. So I kind of went backwards. I was an assistant. I did an internship as assistant strength and conditioning coach at UNF. Then I coached high school at Bishop Snyder here in Jacksonville, and then I chose middle school. And the biggest reason I chose this age group is because I think they're at the most impressionable age. When I coached at college, they're kind of already in their ways. High school, they're kind of, in a sense, you can still change the direction in high school, but I feel like middle school is where, especially with all these kids and their access to internet and social media, which is something we didn't have as kids, I just feel they're at such an impressionable age. And I feel like if I can get a hold of them early, I can help change their path for the better. So a lot of people usually shy away and get scared of that middle school level, but I love it. And I think the response from the kids I've had over the past 5 years as middle school teacher and coach has been pretty amazing.
And you don't just do the girls basketball. I know a lot of people probably assume, she's working with, you're the athletic director. So I saw pictures with you with the football guys and other programs. So you're making an impression that ripple is going a long, long, long way. And you're not only making a ripple at your middle school, but you've even taken it outside of the school, in your own AAU program, which you're wearing a t-shirt. You can show America the shirt.
Go
Dayone Family. Tell us a little bit about the Dayone Family.
So Dayone Family was created with my boyfriend and myself. His name is 𝐜𝐤𝐬. So that's kind of where the Dayone comes from. We created it kind of in memory of his grandfather, Theodore Day Sr., who played at Central State. He was a part of the basketball team that went 30-0 in 1965 and won their first national championship for the HBCU up there in Ohio.
What?
So Theodore Day Sr. was kind of coined the man that put Central State on the map. So he unfortunately passed away earlier this year, and so we had been wanting to do something in his memory, so we created Dayone LLC. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with, the term like day one, your day one people who've been there since day one. So that's kind of where we got it from, since that's obviously their last name. And we just wanted to create a brand that was about helping people and, just being with you every step of the way, whatever that may be. And we started it with basketball with my girls' basketball team.
All right, Coach. So who is the one coach or teacher who has had the biggest influence on your life and why?
I would definitely say Kevin Pedersen from Lander University. When I transferred there, I kind of went there just for like a fresh start. And biggest thing with him is he will push you to your absolute limits. And he stressed that family mentality with us while we were there. He didn't care. We had a bunch of Division I transfers there. He didn't care where you came from. You were going to put the work in. And I never felt more part of a family than I did being on his team. And to this day, he still reaches out and checks on all of us. And we're a good 10 years removed from college. So the relationship I had with him and my teammates on that team is what I try to stress to my players. And him, and as well as 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞, who was his assistant at the time. Those two are the big reason why I coach today.
Okay, so what is the one thing that basketball has taught you that you can use in everyday life?
To never give up. Just not training yourself to quit. That's the biggest thing with basketball. There's so many aspects of it that are so hard. Whether it's the conditioning wise, the late game situations, and just constantly retraining your mind and your body to never quit, translate into life. Like your job might get tough, or you might have a death in the family, or something just doesn't, you hear news that you didn't want to hear. So sports, and especially basketball with myself, it constantly trained my mind to never give up. So no matter what has been thrown my way in life, I've already been trained to never give up.
Okay, so what is the best advice somebody has given you?
Let's see. I would definitely say motivate yourself so no one else has to. My coach at UNF told me that, Mary Tapmeyer. Motivate yourself so no one else has to.
All right, Coach. So this is the part where normally I get into your business, but you already kind of gave a
spoiler alert. Yeah.
But I'm still gonna ask it anyway. Okay, so you seen the movie Love and Basketball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Monica Wright. Tell us how you met your 𝐿𝐴𝐳𝐬.
Actually, playing pickup basketball. I was working a job at the time at Florida Blue as an intramural sports coordinator, so it was with adults. It was kind of one of those first jobs right out of college. And some other guy was talking trash to me, saying I couldn't play. And so I was like, all right, well, played in a little game, 3-on-3. And he was on my team. And, of course, I whooped them. And so afterwards, he was like, hey, can I take you to dinner? And the rest was history.
So he saw you all sweaty and just, I mean, you were a hot mess. And he was like, can I take you to dinner? Yeah, can I take you to dinner? After you take a bath, can I take you to dinner?
Yeah.
But B. Jones, it's just something, like my wife, she played softball and she's short, but there's nothing sexier to me than a woman that can hoop. I'm just
wow. Okay, good.
I've always had it is what it is. Okay.
Is that literally why we follow every single WNBA player?
No.
On our IG page?
No, that's not why, brother. But B. Jones,
hey, well, so let me ask you this, Coach. You said you coached every level, right? Mm-hmm. So you've been in the locker rooms with every level. How difficult is it to push the middle? Because you know, middle school, there's not that investment, right? At least at the collegiate level, they're trying to earn a scholarship. At the high school level, they're trying to get to where they're trying to go. But at middle school, these kids are just trying to find themselves. So how do you find yourself with that balance of being, I don't want to say stern or strict, but you know, you gotta, hey, look, I need you to step it up, right? So you're pushing them, but at the same time, you're trying to, hey, I love you. I care about you. We want to see you succeed, and you want to lift them up more to make them feel the positivity. So it's like, tell us a little bit about that balance and how do you coach through that?
You definitely have to make it a little bit more fun for them. Because I find myself tending to make our practices like college practices, and sometimes I'm like, all right, I got to step back. I can't expect, complete perfection. But I keep it real with them. I tell them about the kids that have moved on to high school and the ones that have been successful and the ones have not. And I think that's the biggest thing with them is giving them examples. And when I'm talking about stepping it up, I put their time frame into perspective. I told them just the other day, because next year, I think we got a good chance of taking our team to the city championship. I told them, I said, working hard and getting through everything that I'm asking you guys, that's on you guys. I've got probably 30 more years to coach, whereas you guys some of you might only have one more year left in middle school basketball.
Wow.
Or, this might be your last year playing, or you only got 5 more years because you've got this year and then high school. So I tell them, I can't want it for you. You have to. And if you guys just want to have fun and, hee hee ha ha, just let me know. And I can be on that level. But if you guys want to win a championship, then this is the level and this is what we expect. So I think just keeping it real with them and putting it into perspective, because I think at this age, a lot of people don't necessarily do that because they still baby them. I think that's where I get through to them the most, is just keeping it real with them, to be honest.
So Coach Rasley, you came to the determination, I guess you could say kind of midway. The age group that you're coaching is when you determine that, hey, I don't want to be in the 5th quarter no more. So have you seen a young lady or a young kid that was a spitting image of you that was in the 5th quarter and you're trying to help them to get to the start? And have you seen that maturation process take place in a couple of your kids before in the past?
Yes, actually most recently. She's a rising 8th grader this next year, but her 6th grade year, I saw her in the hallway, big 6'2" blonde. Ooh. And as a 6th grader, she was 6'2". So, and everyone always said she even looks like me. So I approached her in the hallway. I said, "Hey, do you play sports?" And she was like, "No." You know, she's got huge, thick glasses. She's like, "No, I don't." And I was like, "Well, you should try out for basketball." So I kept bugging her. She had big confidence issues. And I will say personally, when I was younger, I did have confidence issues just because I was so much bigger than everybody else at the time. And so I was like, I really want to bring this girl under my wing. And she couldn't make a layup, couldn't do anything her 6th grade year. But I'm like, because of your height, I know I can work with you. And then just this past year, her 7th grade year, she just blossomed and came. I mean, she just went off this year. And she's one of those kids that, you know, when I open the gym up just for them to play, she's doing exactly what she's doing her releases. She's working while the other girls are shooting around, playing and laughing. She's focused. And so I see a lot of myself in her because that's how I was. When I wasn't initially really good at the sport, I worked my butt off until I was. So she's 6'3.5" now, so I'm obviously way taller than me. But I'm expecting a big year from her next year. She finally just knows what it feels like to block somebody. So I think next year is going to be a big block party for her.
Hey, we had an agent on the show. So you tell her this. Say we had an agent on the show and we asked him, we was like, at what point does it become talent versus business, right? And he was like, look, if you got the height, that's all I need. The rest of it, I can. And so tell her at 6'3.5", I mean, she could be competitive and go a long way. I mean, I promise you, there's gonna be colleges lined up.
Yeah, but she's only gonna be in the 8th grade.
That's what I mean. So she got 4 more years. Yeah. So I'm just saying, hey, at 6'3.5",
at least be 6'5". I'm expecting at least 6'5".
Tell her the number 1 draft pick in this last draft, Charlie Collier, was 6'6". So at number 2 pick was 6'5". Hey, there you go. There you go. At 6'5", she can make some noise. You can't teach height. Sure. That's absolutely right. All right, Coach. Well, you're smiling, but we're about to take that smile off your face because this is what Kev and I, we get serious. You have entered into the part of the show in which we call championship rounds. That's right. Brother on brother, imano imano, cream rises to the top. Have you ever played the game Would You Rather?
Yes.
All right. So it's okay. It's okay. The rules are very simple. Both hosts, myself and Kev, will ask you, or we will give you an option. You have to select one of those options. You can't change it or anything like that. You just, if you got any questions, you feel free to ask us to expand. But based on whoever option you select, that host will get the point. The host to get the first 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this game of championship rounds. All right. Easy instructions. All right.
That works.
For those of you who are keeping out, Kev is in a 1-game lead. The score is 26-25. So I'm not worried. He +1 right now, but I'm not worried. I got this one in the bag. Feeling pretty bullish. So, Kev, you are the defending champ, sir.
Are you sure you got this in the bag? Because remember, I'm the one that reached out to her sister. So
I don't think that's relevant. I don't think that's relevant right now.
She wouldn't be on the show right now. So
I think she knows talent when she sees it, and I think.
But you're the one that's scared of hoops. So
I'm the one also looking for a fitness instructor. So.
With that said, Coach, would you rather coach a player that went to the WNBA or
coach a player that became a coach and was able to win a ring?
Ooh, I would say became a coach and won a ring.
That's .1 for the mouth of the South. This not even gonna get ugly for you, Kevin. I'm just saying. I don't know what to tell you. Round 2, Coach Rasley. Would you rather become a world-known model, walking the runways at some of the top brands in the world, or
get your own Rasley athletic clothing line?
Ooh, I definitely have to say clothing line.
Yeah. Got to think big picture.
Boy, that is a big picture. All right, so round 3 for the win, hopefully for me. Would you rather fast forward 15 years and be an established college head coach, or
rewind time and be able to play again knowing what you know now? So not just rewinding it, but you'll have the knowledge and the things that you know now and be able to do it all over again.
I would definitely say rewind and do it all over again.
And I would definitely say that the mouth of the South is the champion once again. Oh, coach, you see that little ball? I'm getting it. I'm trying to get that, Jim. I'm trying to do a little something. Boom, Kevin, and that is how we do it. Thank you so much, Coach Rasley. It means a very lot. We are tied, Kevin. So next show, I'll be going first. Hey, so the name of the show is You Got Next. So tell us, what are the future plans for Coach Rachelle Rasley? Are we taking day one to the next level, or are we going to win this city championship that we talked about, or or is this athletic trainer business about to blossom?
I would definitely say winning the city championship is kind of my closest goal, or in the near future, and definitely taking day one further. That's like I said, that was a company that we built, that my boyfriend and I built together, and I think that we're going to kind of incorporate the personal training into that, and hopefully one day I will be a day, so the Rasley strength will kind of mold into that day one category. And so that's just our plan, is just taking that off, and hopefully next year we'll branch off into several more teams and create boys teams, and then, like I said, with our girls, I'm hoping next year we can bring home the city championship.
Where do you see yourself, say, 5-10 years from now?
I would 5-10 years. I would probably still be at the middle school level. I was actually, in the past couple years, I can't say where, but I was offered a couple college jobs, and I just think where I'm at is where I feel like I make the most difference. Because like I said, I did work with college athletes before, and it was definitely a great experience. But I don't know, I just felt like I really had a calling for younger kids just to help make a difference, because I'm a firm believer that we were put on this earth to help others. And I think my biggest calling and where I can help kids is that 11 to 14 range. And then just seeing my kids in high school come back and give back either to my kids or and just come back and tell me how much I made a difference means the world.
Yeah, you could tell in the interactions you have, the way your team, your girls look up to you, and the way you look out, you could tell it's something special. It's definitely an energy just from seeing it, scrolling through social media. You could tell that there's a true endearing love and passion there that you care deep as felt for those youngsters. So, all right, Kev.
All right, so Coach, where can people follow you?
So my personal Instagram is Coach_Rasley12. And then obviously the Dayone Family also on Instagram is our team page. You can check us out, see what we're doing, and see what we have in store for the next seasons coming up.
And do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to my one and only Theodore Day. He is my biggest motivator, especially as of late. My sister, Renee Rasley, of course. I am the better player. We didn't ask that question, but I am.
Well, the reason I didn't ask it, because you already said it earlier, because I was going to ask you, going to 21, playing ones and twos, who would win? And you made that clear at the very beginning that you could beat me, so I just left that alone.
Oh, yeah. Me, of course. And then, of course, my dad, my stepmom, they're everything to me.
All right. Well, Coach Rachelle Rasley, You Got Next. We appreciate you so much for joining the show. You are phenomenal and your future's bright. We are going to be watching, tagging. I mean, there's nothing we're going to be in your background. Every single picture you take, you're going to see a picture of Kevin and B. Jones just in the background. That's how much love we got for you and your program. Shout out to Theodore Day. Nice pick, Junior. You did good for yourself. Hold on to that one. And listen, if y'all enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, comment, tell us what you thought about it. Tell us what you thought about Coach Rasley saying that she could get 21 on her sister, and go back and watch her sister episode too. She's phenomenal as well. Air Force prep. Shout out to those girls and young ladies out there. And listen, follow us. Hey, show us some love. It's time to hit that subscribe button. If you missed that invitation and that opportunity earlier, don't hesitate. Do it now. We would love the support. We drop new You Got Next episodes every Thursday and Sunday. We stream live every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. On YouTube and Facebook. So all you have to do is at SportsLifeTalk anywhere. You are going to find me and Kev and the rest of the crew as well. Kev, anything else I'm forgetting, man? You want to say something? Close us out?
Yeah. You know, I'm changing it. I don't want to play on your team anymore. I'm gonna play with Coach Nene against y'all too, since y'all.
That's a mistake.
Hey, Rachelle, I'm just gonna throw it to you. You post up, I'm gonna feed you all day long, and if Kev get out of hand, I'll give him a little forearm shiver. We'll
So it's me and Coach Nene versus y'all two. I'll show y'all.
Book it. I'm gonna start working out. Coach, send me some workout videos so I get in shape so I can run this half court. So I can run this half court with her. Hey, check this out. We love you guys. We appreciate y'all watching another episode. Y'all take care of one another. Stay safe. Be blessed. And we will see y'all again next time on Sports Life Talk. You got next. Yeet.